Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ThriveWell's 2026 Conquering Cancer in Every Color Luncheon. I want to thank each and every one of you for being on Team ThriveWell and supporting this incredible organization. Thanks so much. We have a jam-packed program today, so we're going to dive right into it. I want to start by asking Pastor Dina Kirby to join me on stage, and we'll turn it over to her in a minute. Pastor Dina, there she is. So after Lori and I co-chaired this luncheon last year, and it was quite a privilege to do that, Aaron and Diane asked us, do you have any ideas for who would be good co-chairs for next year? And we didn't hesitate. There was no question in our minds, right, Lori? Marc and Paige Strode absolutely were the obvious choices. I want to tell you that I've hired Marc Strode 3 times. So I either keep repeating my mistakes or I have a great eye for talented leaders. And I promise you it's the latter. Marc is one of the most incredible leaders I've ever had the pleasure, the honor to work with. And I've seen him in so many different situations, and he leads with sincerity, integrity. You could trust him when he tells you something, and is just truly one of the great, great leaders. He's also one of the best human beings, and he's showing that through his battle with cancer. And you know, cancer is a team sport. I think many of you heard me say that last year. It's a team sport. And Marc has had the most fantastic team member, Paige, to battle that cancer with him. And they are just the perfect couple to be here co-hosting this luncheon this year. So please join me in giving the biggest, warmest welcome we could possibly muster to Paige and Marc Strode.
Well, howdy. What an incredible room. One of the themes today is gratitude. And I am so grateful that y'all are here today. Busy people, could be a lot of places, and you chose to be here with ThriveWell. In particular, both of my families are here, all of my relatives, and my Methodist family. I love both of y'all so much, and thank you for your support. I don't know where Erin went. There she is. Erin and her team, they are small but mighty. And this is the easy part, getting to today. All of the work that they have done to promote this event and to organize it and to get us here today. A round of applause for ThriveWell staff. Erin. So, Lori, Jamie, I just want to thank y'all for once again. Come here where I can see you. And Paige, get a little bit closer to me. Just thank you again for trusting us to come behind you and follow the exceptional work that y'all did last year in raising the most money at this event that ThriveWell has ever raised in the history of the organization. And I want both of y'all, yes. I want both of y'all to cherish that for about 45 more minutes, because we're going to break another record here today.
Yeah.
And when Jamie asked me to do this, of course, I can't tell Jamie no, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways, but I gladly accepted. It was an honor to do this. I told Paige, I said, hey, call Aaron, find out how much they raised. We're going to prices right them. We're going to get at least $1 more than they raised last year, and we're going to get a lot more dollars than that here in just a little bit. But Jamie, in all seriousness, your friendship and your support of my career, but just more importantly, the relationship that we've had with you guys for the past 15 years. I'm so happy God brought you into our lives and to South Texas, and that goes not only for Paige and me, but other people at Methodist and at the ministries and at the American Cancer Society, and certainly at ThriveWell. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Okay, I'm so excited to be the second person now to introduce Dina. You know, when you get diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, you start to think about who all you need to connect with. And certainly on that short list was Jamie. But even ahead of Jamie was Dina. And I remember, Dina, when Paige and I sat down with you, I think within the first week, you said something so profound, and it's something y'all are going to see again in our video, but that's okay to hear it more than once, because if I could leave you with anything today, it would be this. And sometimes it takes a couple of times to hear this for it to sink in. You said, Marc, depression's in the past, anxiety's in the future. You got to stay present, man. More important than ever, you got to be present. And I needed to hear that at that time, and now over 3 years later, I have really adopted that in my approach to how I live my life. And thank you for that. And will you please bless this awesome luncheon we're about to receive?
Thank you, Marc. I just have to share that I got to be the first chaplain to work at Methodist Stone Oak Hospital when it was first built. And Jamie had the wisdom to appoint Marc Strode to be our CEO, literally to take it to the next level. And he did. So it's my privilege to be here. And when he told me this was about being grateful, I have the perfect scripture. So I'm going to one of Paul's letters. So let us pray. Because you are God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with heartfelt mercy, with kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Bear with one another. Forgive whatever grievances you may have against one another. Forgive as the Lord has forgiven you. And out of all of these virtues, put on love, which binds the rest together and makes them perfect. And may God's peace reign in your hearts, since as members of the one body you have been joined to this peace. Dedicate yourselves to gratefulness, and let the word of Christ, rich as it is, dwell in you, and wisdom made perfect, instruct and admonish one another. Sing gratefully to the Lord through hymns, psalms, and inspired songs. And in everything, whether in speech or in action, do it in the name of the Lord Jesus. Give thanks to God the Father through him. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Dina. Okay, you have a concoction in front of you that looks a lot like this one right here. And I've already had a lot of people say, what is that? Trust me. Jamie said, I'm trustful. Trust me. You know what this is? This is everything that cancer cells hate. So I want to raise a glass, whichever glass you prefer, and make a toast in honor of all of the cancer warriors, the survivors, and the caregivers. Salud. We are going to watch a video, and if you could direct your attention to the screens, this is going to, if you're wondering what is ThriveWell all about, we're going to answer that right now. ThriveWell's mission of conquering cancer in every color.
My name's Ruthie. I'm a diva in the ThriveWell program. I'm a survivor, still in remission 3 years after chemotherapy and immunotherapy. I had diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, double hit high-grade stage 4 lymphoma. It was absolutely horrible. It's like the worst of the you can get with lymphoma. When people say they know somebody that's worse off than they are, I was a lot of people's worse off. Without going through the ThriveWell program, I couldn't have done what I did through all of it. All the pain, all the anguish, everything.
As a cancer nurse navigator for Sarah Cannon Cancer Institute at Methodist Healthcare, we see what ThriveWell does every day in the cancer world in San Antonio. There is nothing like it.
Over the last 5 years, we've had a significant impact on being able to help patients. We navigate them through needing lodging, transportation, and any costs that come along with their care. The goal is to get them through their cancer treatment.
Our financial assistance program is so important to our patient population. This is a desperate time for patients. Many of them do not have the resources to weather this storm, socially or financially.
My money was being depleted because of the cancer, my finances. So they've helped me financially where I didn't have that financial burden at a really key time in my life. At a certain point, I was within a couple weeks of having to live out of my car. I wouldn't have been able to go to any shelter because I was immunosuppressed, so I shouldn't have been around a whole lot of people. Would have done it because I had to, but they gave me the opportunity where I didn't have to and where I could stay where I was living and not have to worry about paying for rent for a little bit. It took such a weight off of my mind. It really, really did.
The good news is that most patients will be cured if they can just get their treatment. But so many people will not choose to have treatment because they can't keep their lights on and feed their families if they're also paying for treatment. And this is where ThriveWell steps in. ThriveWell Cancer Foundation is a little bit different from other cancer foundations, most of which are focused primarily on cancer research and finding a cure, which is a component of ThriveWell, but our primary mission is to take care of patients right now. People who are living with cancer today who can't wait for the cure.
Oncology and cancer in itself is obviously an extremely emotional thing. And so for the patients to also have that need for financial assistance and then to have ThriveWell come in and literally save the day, it's such a relief to be able to hand that to our patients and know without a doubt, you're gonna get some help and we're gonna get you through this.
My name is David James Trujillo Jr. I'm a former school teacher and also a massage therapist. And I'm currently a ThriveWell dude, thriving through the program. I was first diagnosed in '91. I was just shy of being 3 years old with acute lymphocytic leukemia. I went through 3 different relapses and then a bone marrow transplant. Around the time that I joined ThriveWell, I had an occurrence of renal cell. It was a spot on each kidney. When I started immunotherapy, I asked the financial services at UT Health if there was anything that they could do to support my situation that was going on in between the job that I was at, letting the massage therapist go. ThriveWell was able to take care of and eat away at some of the chunks of the bill that wasn't being paid for by the insurance that I had at that time.
Our bone marrow transplant patients come from all over Southwest Texas. They have to do a lot of traveling and they need to stay here in San Antonio for care. And it's due to the resources that we could help provide to these patients to have a successful care here through ThriveWell meant they didn't have to give up.
They've helped me with transportation, going to and from specialists. That took the burden off of me having to drive when I was so weak, which was so helpful.
For San Antonio to have an organization like ThriveWell that can financially support patients through this journey is an incredible blessing.
Around 2007, I was in a medical oncology conference when presentations were being made, most of them comparing one chemotherapy drug against another. And the hope was that you could show that chemotherapy drug A was a couple % better than chemotherapy drug B. This particular year, there was a presentation on diet in women with breast cancer. And there was a dramatic reduction of recurrence in women who followed this particular diet that showed also a dramatic reduction in the risk of recurrence for people that followed an exercise protocol. And that was shocking for the audience. Not only is this lifestyle beneficial, life-saving for breast cancer patients, the same benefit is seen in many other kinds of cancer now.
We work very hard to help the patients understand how exercise and nutrition significantly reduce the chance of reoccurrence.
These patients have access to free exercise classes all over the city. These classes have built a community of support for our patients. So it's become not only life-saving in terms of reducing recurrence, but has become this wonderful social support for our patients as well.
One of the first classes that I signed up for was salsa. That's totally transformed my life. Even outside of the classes, I've been able to practice. Also with Aaron, the personal trainer, that's just been a huge benefit. It's been the first time I've been able to be consistent and know exactly what to do and to get myself more healthy. So that's been wonderful.
When I started doing the classes like the Artful Healing, the exercise classes, the nutrition, I could start getting better. You're strengthening like your soul too a little bit, and wow, that was just fantastic. You can do that and just not think about the cancer treatment in the time. That is so beneficial emotionally. And to me, that's very, very important that I can do something like that.
Being part of ThriveWell has brought me into a new community, right? It's brought a lot of new friendships and just socializing that it's been fun to be a part of.
We've learned how to also take care of caregivers, to be able to have support groups where those caregivers can communicate with one another and get support from one another. Then the patients are meeting with each other, meeting other people who have gone through the same experience. And this gives them a safe space where they can have conversation and share ideas and find ways to get through what is a very long journey for the whole family.
I started group support. I really like it because I have like a sense of community. I go there to talk to some of the other divas. That means a lot.
ThriveWell is the lifeline, and it's wonderful because I get to throw that lifeline. I get to say, here's the best organization in San Antonio, and they will take care of you.
They're not selective in who they help. They want to help everyone. That is their entire goal. They go above and beyond, and the kindness that they exhibit, it's constant.
As we're giving as much support as we can, we're still turning away around 5 patients for every one that we help. Our mission is to reduce the number of patients that we still can't help.
The environment that I've grown up in, the mentality that I have now, I'm just thankful for everything. Just happy that I'm still here for ThriveWell, being here to support all of us that are in need. It's a tremendous support because we're not alone. You know, we can't do this alone.
Our goal is to one day be able to say, if you live in San Antonio or you're coming into San Antonio for your cancer treatment, we can help you.
ThriveWell has strengthened my mind, my body, and my spirit. And I appreciate so much the help that I got to get where I am today.
Today, we come together to celebrate an extraordinary milestone, 19 years of ThriveWell Cancer Foundation and its unwavering mission to conquer cancer in every color. When its founding members joined forces back in 2007, they saw the heartbreaking reality that Dr. Lang talked about on the screen in the video there. Patients were abandoning, or even worse, never starting their cancer treatment because simply they could not afford it. Out-of-pocket expenses, copays, deductibles, travel, gas money became barriers that were too big, and they simply gave up, or they got out too soon. They never got in the game. From that urgent need, ThriveWell was born, and today, almost 20 years later, patients in San Antonio and across the southern and western parts of our great state have a lifeline of hope. Through its compassionate programs, ThriveWell has delivered more than $16 million in direct support to over 12,000 patients with cancer, ensuring that these patients have a partner in their battle. That's truly remarkable. ThriveWell provides this level of support because of your generosity, you being here today. This event represents ThriveWell's most important fundraiser. The only way we're able to grow over 12,000 patients that we help, and we know we're turning patients away. We know the incidence of cancer, particularly in younger patients, is more prevalent. And the way we can grow the cap for each patient that exists is through the giving that takes place today. I'd like to thank the Methodist Healthcare Ministries, the START Center for Cancer Care, and Dr. Lon Smith, who stepped up as today's presenting sponsors. Please give them a round of applause. I would like to thank our partner sponsors, Kins 5, who's been running and promoting this event for months now, Kim Repair Verrett and Glenn Verrett and the Kim Repair Foundation, represented here today. Of course, Methodist Healthcare System, Coach Greg Popovich, and Rogers O'Brien Construction. And while she is not here today, I know that her team is representing her. A very special thank you to Bexar County Commissioner Precinct 1, Rebecca Clay Flores, for supporting ThriveWell's Diva and Dude program. As a colon cancer warrior, she spent the month of March using her voice to bring awareness, reminding us of the importance of prioritizing our health. Commissioner, thank you for your leadership. Please let her know that we're so grateful for her advocacy, and the commitment to making a difference. And I know if she were up here at this podium right now, she would say, check your colon, and that is terrific advice. Before we show you one more video, which I hope will inspire you to give, inspire you to live, and continue to support these battles, I want to show my gratitude for two more groups of special people. I'm grateful for all the doctors in the room today. You know, healthcare has become a really big business. However, you guys need to be reminded that beyond all the worked RVUs, all the insurance authorizations, all the EMRs, all the meetings, and all the transactions that consume our days if you're in that business and consume your practices, there are patients like me whose lives you have saved. And for us, you're our heroes. Dr. Don Atkins, Dr. Alex Pruitt, Dr. Ron Drangler, Dr. Tim Hernandez, that's my Fantastic Four. And lest I forget, the awesome radiologists at Strick who are behind the scenes helping to diagnose. Y'all saved my life. Thank you. I'm also grateful, lastly, for all my brothers and sisters who are in the game, who continue to battle, who remain present, who have this profound appreciation for life that only a cancer survivor can truly appreciate. I want to remind you how important it is for us to keep doing what we're doing by being present and being here. Your journey is so important to the research teams that continue today, and Dr. Lang talked about cures. I'd like to see a cure for all cancers. We're their hope. We're the product of that exceptional work that continues to go on. I think about the poor timing of the passing of my aunt of breast cancer in her 50s 25 years ago, or the poor timing of the passing of my father-in-law just 4 years ago. He was in his 70s, but physiologically, he was in his 50s. I think about the poor timing of all the men just a decade ago that passed because of prostate cancer, because there were not medical therapies and medical options available to them to extend the quality of life like I have been afforded and so many people in the room have been afforded. I believe those of us who pop a pill each day or keep getting scanned, keep going to the doctor for the checkups that we need to make sure that we keep this beast at bay. I think that there's going to be a day where we don't have to worry about that. See, we're the transitional population between those who had no medical options and to those in the future who won't have to worry about this because there will be a cure for all cancers. I might not see it, but I think there's a good chance my boys will, and certainly their children. So let's go, guys. We got this. West Texas is a special place. This creek has come out of the ground and run into the river for tens of thousands of years. This is my happy spot. I love coming out here. Those of us who get to enjoy its beauty, relatively speaking, are only here for a short time. Time. It's the only thing none of us can make more of. And the one thing we don't really think about until we're forced to. My name is Marc Strode. I'm married to Paige Strode, my high school sweetheart. We've been married 28 years. We're blessed with 4 great boys, twins, Curran and Maverick, and then Raleigh, and our youngest, Bo. Also for 28 years, I've had the good fortune of being in leadership with Methodist Healthcare. Summer of 2022, I start having intolerable back pain. Never had back pain before, so I've been fortunate. I'm now into my older 40s. I'm very active. I play a lot of sports. It's bugging me. It's with me every day. But finally got to the point in early August. I was actually at a not-for-profit board meeting, and I had to step out because I could not. It was like I almost couldn't breathe. It hurt so bad. I had been texting a spine surgeon because the pain was in my back, and so that's what I'm thinking. That was on a Wednesday. By the time I got to the weekend, it was on a multiple of that.
If you know Marc, he cannot sit still. It's August, and I had come through the living room, and he was sitting down, which never happens. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, I've had this back pain, and I wasn't going to tell you about it because you're not very sympathetic," which is very true. Of course, my response was, "Well, what have you done about it?" I said, "Tell me when it hurts." And he's like, "That's the thing. It's not a movement that I make. It comes and goes, and it's just radiating, and it's just taking my breath away." The very next day, it's 100 degrees outside. He's on the patio, outside, in a hoodie. Again, I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "It's with this back pain, I have chills." But at this point, I'm not thinking cancer at all. It never even crossed my mind. And by Sunday, I'm texting him again. He had me go get blood work the next morning. That week, it was kind of a transformative week for me. So I go have the images done, and it's Friday evening. I happen to be calling a high school football game. As I'm walking to the press box, I get a phone call from my primary care doctor. There was no small talk. He got right to it, and he said, you have a lot of lesions and a lot of tumor up and down your spine. And the radiologists are pretty sure that it's prostate cancer. Your heart kind of stops. If they're right about prostate cancer, it's pretty advanced. I have a job to do, so I got to go call the game. I hadn't told Paige at this point. I can see her in the stands. I had called my boss, Alan Harrison, our division president at Methodist, and I can just remember Alan saying, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. This is going to change your life forever, and I'm praying for you." And of course, we got it confirmed. I had just lost my dad, and my dad had 10 weeks, and I'm still reeling, from losing my dad. And this is like my worst memory. When I walked in the door, he said, "It is the Grim Reaper. It is our worst nightmare." And he just did this cry that I've never heard, and I hope to never hear again. Those were the hardest days. Dr. Wrangler got the results, but once we went to his office, he says, "Okay, This is what it is, and this is what we're gonna do. I mean, we just almost lost it with the words, like, this is what we're gonna do. And we're like, there's a plan. But I mean, from that instant, Marc went into a different mode, just like an attack mode.
I can remember Dr. Drangler sitting down with him and saying, we're losing and we got to get in the game, which to me, being a sports guy, was almost kind of locker room material. I had probably about a week between when I got diagnosed and I started treatment. And that was absolutely the worst week of my life. I had a couple of big breakdown moments. We knew we had to tell our boys, be transparent with them. Certainly the older three, at the time Bo was pretty young. And we flew to Lubbock. The twins were enrolled at Texas Tech. It was pretty heavy. 3 months earlier, we had lost the boys' granddad to stage 4 pancreatic cancer. You hear stage 4, it starts with a P. You've just lost your granddad, and like, are you gonna be here in 10 weeks?
They flew up to Lubbock to tell us. I'm definitely a little scared at first, but he just doesn't really have any quit in him. It just didn't really ever strike me as something he couldn't handle. Just, that's kind of the type of person he is.
They actually told me a couple years after he beat it. I really didn't even know what was going on back then. I couldn't even tell. He was perfectly fine. He went to work every day. He did everything the same.
There was no option. I'm young. I got a lot of life to live. Boys and Paige were certainly my primary focus, that I needed to do everything I could to make sure I'm around as long as I can be. You know, we've got a lot of time left to make a lot of memories. So I'm very competitive. And there was a part of me that said, well, if I've got a PSA of 909, I'm going to show you. We're going to get to work and we're going to win this thing.
We started chemo. He never got sick. He was like working. I mean, he just never skipped a beat. There weren't any really obvious signs.
In all the pictures that he would send, he always had a smile on his face. It made us feel better about things, just knowing that he was being able to smile through it all and really gave us confidence that he was going to get better.
I think he definitely cherishes the moments a little more. And I think he's really taken that to heart, especially like family time.
And the boys like to joke around with the new dad and the old dad. I do let things roll off.
I think it really gave him a perspective on life, and that perspective kind of changed him. Like, we go out to eat and his order's wrong, and now he doesn't care at all. But the old Marc, as we say, would want his food changed. Now it's not a big deal to him. You really see his perspective on life coming through.
My strength certainly comes from my faith. This is Dina Kirby. It was my pastoral care manager when I was CEO at Methodist Hospital Stone Oak. An incredible woman. Dina said, Marc, depression is in the past. Anxiety is in the future. You've got to stay in the present. And staying grounded right here in the moment, it drives me still today. So I got to ring the bell, man, until it's your turn. It's just the overwhelming feeling of emotion. I celebrated my 3-year anniversary of being cancer-free. I'm just so grateful for being here. You come to grips with your own mortality. You just have a greater appreciation for life.
For most people, they don't have all of the blessings that we have. We know so many people in the medical field. Like, we have great insurance, and these are expensive medicines that he still takes daily. I know there are people out there that can't afford that. I went to every chemo session where you would see people there and they were alone, thinking, how do other people do this? And so that's why ThriveWell really hit home for us.
ThriveWell is an incredible organization. The work that they're doing, particularly to help those patients who are exceptionally under-resourced. It's an entirely different outlook. If you don't have insurance or you're underinsured, you don't have transportation, and you're like, how am I going to do this? It really breaks my heart to hear stories from the ThriveWell staff of talking to patients that will give up, that will not go to their treatments and just accept the diagnosis because they don't have the resources to fight it. We have to do everything we can, one patient at a time, to try to bend that curve and make sure that we minimize people that ultimately make that choice not to fight. So to have a resource in the community like ThriveWell that can help financially, that can help mentally, it can provide resources, it can be a game changer. It can be the difference in somebody ultimately surviving and not. Such a big part of what ThriveWell does is this Diva and Dude program. I attended the strength and conditioning courses. I work out a lot. This was no easy strength and conditioning class. A lot of energy in the room, and it's great because you've got people that can relate. They've been through the same thing.
They have classes for no cost with just other divas and dudes. They have nutrition classes. You know, Marc and I belong to a gym. What if you can't do the gym membership? So if you don't have those people to help you and you don't have a strong support system, ThriveWell can provide some of that for people that don't have all the resources that we have.
These programs for the dudes and the divas become their community. It's their social network, and they pull for each other.
Now we're in a good place, but we get that lab work every 3 months. So Marc likes to joke that he gets his contract renewed. He got another 90 days on his contract. We try to stay positive, try to live in the present, living each day to the fullest, increase quality time. I think that's the gift we consider, like the gift of time, and really counting our blessings.
I'm most grateful for every day I wake up and I get to do what I love to do, serving people in the hospital. I get to enjoy this incredible family. It's part of that gratitude and just sort of sit back and take it all in. We have so many memories and I'm just grateful. I get to be here a little bit longer to enjoy it. Everybody deserves more time, and ThriveWell helps to level that playing field. When the time was heavy, when the future felt uncertain, what mattered became simple. Time became sacred. Moments became gifts. The small stuff stopped being a big deal. Connection mattered more than schedules. Presence more than plans. Holding your wife's hand, looking your kids in the eye, really seeing them. I thought this journey was mine to carry, but it changed all of us. Gratitude didn't erase the fear, but it gave it meaning. Because surviving isn't the finish line. Living is. And when you've been given more time, you realize it isn't meant to be kept. It's meant to be shared with those still fighting, those facing impossible choices, those who can't afford to pause their lives for treatment, even when their lives depend on it. We are here for only a short while, but what we do with that time can ripple far beyond us. Like this creek, flowing for thousands of years, gratitude moves through us, and we choose to send it forward. So no one has to fight alone. This is how adversity becomes purpose, survival becomes service, how we help others fight, and how, together, we choose to thrive well.
Lindsay, wherever you are in the room, thank you so much for what an incredible video that was. My boys, Paige, joining us up here. As you've heard through our story and through ThriveWell's mission and everything today, the goal is simple, but it's powerful. We want to help more patients. We want to help them make it through their cancer journey. And that's what the luncheon is all about. And we're now at the most important part of the hour. Because today we've got the ability to make sure somebody stays in the game, and your generosity is a big part of that. Just this morning, we received our second anonymous matching grant. We now have $125,000 at play right now. So your donation over the course of the next 5 minutes as we wrap up this incredible luncheon can double up to $125,000. I know everybody in this room is at different price points in your giving. Even the smallest donation, they add up. If you can make a big donation, that would be awesome, because we really do want to beat Jamie and Lori and do it for the right reasons. But with genuine gratitude, thank you guys for being present here today, joining us in this worthy cause. We wish you a wonderful weekend, a happy fiesta coming up, and go Spurs go.